Welcome back, everybody, to another deep dive. This time, we're taking on an idea that really caught my eye, this idea of a quantum leap.
Ooh, quantum leap.
Yeah, and not the time travel kind, but a leap into a higher level of reality, let's say.
Okay, I like
There
it.
we're going to be diving into the work of Sara for this one.
Okay.
Spiritual teacher who really lays out a fascinating idea of a path to this transformation. Almost think of it as like leveling up in a video game, but for your consciousness.
Exactly. And the game plan, according to Landon, involves 2 key moves: embodying your inner light
Okay.
and becoming fluent in the language of energy.
Okay.
So our source for this deep dive is a snippet from Landon's Communicating with Energy program.
Okay.
And she doesn't mince words. She says straight up,
Yeah.
there's nothing more important than you fully embodying the light that you are.
Okay, so embodying your light, what does that even feel like? I mean, is it just thinking positive thoughts?
Well, it's more than just thinking positive. It's really about aligning your whole being with that positive energy. Like imagine a dimmer switch cranked all the way up.
Oh, yeah.
That's you radiating your brightest self.
Okay.
And what's interesting is that Landon links this inner illumination to the way that we interact with the energy around us.
So we're all sending out these energy vibes. Is that what she's saying?
Precisely.
Yeah.
Landon suggests that we're in constant communication with energy,
Okay.
whether we realize it or not. So think of it like a force field of consciousness that's always interacting with the world.
Okay.
Ever walk into a room and just like feel the mood instantly?
Mm-hmm.
Or think about someone and they call?
Yeah.
That's the kind of energy communication Landon's talking about.
Okay, so I'm starting to see how this connects back to this quantum leap idea, right? If we're all part of this energetic web, maybe becoming more aware of it unlocks new possibilities.
That's the heart of it. Landon suggests that by tuning into this energy communication, life becomes easier, lighter, more harmonious, expansive, and amazing.
Wow, that's pretty great.
Who wouldn't want to level up to that?
Sign me up. She doesn't lay out exactly how to do that, though, does she?
Not in a step-by-step way, but she offers clues.
Okay.
And a big one is this idea of embodying your light. She believes that the brighter your inner light shines, the more clearly you can see and influence the energy around you.
Okay.
So it's like having a stronger signal.
Oh, okay.
So your intentions and desires are broadcast more powerfully.
So it's not just about feeling good, but like leveraging that feeling to create change in your life.
That's how I interpret it. It's not just about internal peace.
Yeah.
It's about using that inner peace as fuel for manifesting the experiences that you want.
Okay, I'm with you. So we've got this idea of this energy force field, right, that we're all a part of, and by embodying our inner light, we can become more aware of it and use it to shape our reality.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what leads to a quantum leap.
Exactly. Now hold on to your hats. This is where it gets really interesting. Landon describes this quantum leap as stepping into a whole new level of potential and possibility. She actually invites us to feel the energy of taking a quantum leap in the next level of potential and possibility as a creator of reality, while you also feel into witnessing the miraculous through the eyes of the master.
Okay, that's a mouthful, but I think I get what she's getting at, right? It's like stepping into this new dimension of experience where things just flow more effortlessly and you're able to manifest your desires more easily.
Yeah, it's also like graduating to a higher level of consciousness,
Okay,
where
yeah.
you're operating from a place of greater awareness and power.
Okay, I like that. So if we buy into this idea, then the question becomes, what are the specific actions we can take to initiate this quantum leap? Is it meditation? Is it positive affirmations? What's the secret sauce here?
Well, Landon doesn't necessarily give a recipe, but she drops some pretty tantalizing hints about what this shift might look like.
Okay.
And one of the most radical ideas she presents is that everything we desire, all those dreams and aspirations we hold dear,
Yeah.
are already within us. She flat out says, there is no out there. It's all here.
Wait, hold on. She's saying there's no external world to strive for. It's all in our heads. That seems a bit hard to swallow, especially in a world where we're constantly bombarded with messages about achieving external success.
It's definitely a challenging concept.
Yeah.
But before we dismiss it outright, let's explore what she might mean by that.
Okay.
Remember, she emphasizes that as we embody our light, we illuminate our field of consciousness. Imagine it like turning on a light in a dark room.
Yeah.
Suddenly, you can see everything that was always there,
Yeah.
but hidden in the shadows.
Oh, okay, I see where you're going with this. So she's not saying that the external world doesn't exist, but rather our perception of it, our ability to access its potential is limited by our level of inner awareness.
Exactly. And this is where it gets really exciting, because if our desires are already within us, then maybe the key to unlocking them isn't about chasing external things, but about shifting our internal state,
Yeah.
our perception.
Okay, that's a huge shift in thinking.
Right.
It's like saying the treasure map isn't leading us to buried treasure in some far-off land, but to the treasure that's already buried within us.
Precisely. And this idea resonates with other concepts you might be familiar with, like the law of attraction or the observer effect in quantum physics.
Right.
These ideas all point to the power of our consciousness to shape our reality.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm starting to see how all these pieces fit together. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, I think we need to take a closer look at this idea that everything we desire is already within us.
Absolutely. It's a bold statement and one that deserves careful consideration.
Yeah.
So let's dive deeper into that in the next part of our deep dive. So we're diving back into this radical notion. There is no out there. It's all here. It's a statement that really challenges our typical go-getter mentality, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I mean, we're so conditioned to believe that happiness and fulfillment come from, achieving these external things, right? Landing the dream job, finding the perfect partner, buying the fancy car.
Right.
But Landon's suggesting that maybe we've been looking in the wrong place all along.
Exactly. Instead of chasing external validation, maybe the key is to cultivate that sense of wholeness and fulfillment from within. It's like she's saying, hey, you've already got everything you need. It's right here inside you.
But how do we access that inner treasure chest, right? I mean, it can't be as simple as just wishing for things, can it?
Right. It's not about passive wishing. Remember the first part of our deep dive, we talked about embodying our inner light and becoming more attuned to energy communication.
Yeah.
Those are the tools Landon gives us for unlocking this inner potential.
So by becoming more radiant, more aware of the energy around us, we can start to tap into this internal reservoir of everything we desire.
That's the idea. Imagine it like this. You're standing in a pitch black room.
Okay.
And you have a flashlight.
Okay.
As you turn on the flashlight, you illuminate different parts of the room, revealing objects you couldn't see before.
Oh.
In this analogy, your inner light is the flashlight, and your field of consciousness is the room.
Okay.
As you embody your light more fully, you illuminate more of your consciousness, revealing the potential that was always there, but hidden from view.
Okay, I love that analogy. It makes this whole concept much more tangible.
Right.
So it's not that our desires magically appear out of thin air, but rather that we gain the clarity and awareness to recognize the opportunities and resources that were always available to us.
Precisely. And that's where the quantum leap comes in. By shifting our perception and aligning ourselves with our true nature, we open ourselves to new possibilities and experiences that we may have been blind to before. It's like suddenly seeing the world in high definition after years of blurry vision.
So those incredible opportunities and synchronicities that people often attribute to luck or chance, maybe those are just byproducts of this heightened awareness.
That's a fascinating question. It makes you wonder if luck is just another word for being tuned into the right frequency, for being in alignment with the flow of energy that's constantly orchestrating events in our lives.
And the more we embody our light, the more we tap into that flow.
That's what Landon seems to be suggesting. She believes that as we raise our vibration and become more conscious creators, we naturally attract experiences that resonate with our newfound awareness.
Okay.
It's like we're upgrading our internal software, and suddenly the universe starts sending us downloads that we couldn't process before.
That's a great way to put it. So it's not just about internal transformation. It's about how that internal transformation ripples outwards, influencing the external world.
Exactly. And it's not about denying the importance of taking action or setting goals. It's about recognizing that our inner world is the seed from which all external manifestations grow.
So instead of focusing solely on the what we want to achieve, we also need to pay attention to the who we're being as we pursue those goals.
That's a powerful insight. It's about aligning our actions with our authentic selves.
Okay.
Ensuring that our pursuits are fueled by passion and purpose rather than fear or lack.
This reminds me of another idea that Landon emphasizes, this idea that it's not about doing, but about being.
Mhm.
She says, there's no doing, there's being, playing, creating, communicating with energy, playing with energy. What do you make of that?
I think she's encouraging a shift from a mindset of striving and forcing to one of allowing and flowing. It's about approaching life with a sense of playfulness and curiosity, trusting that we're always being guided towards our highest good,
Right.
even when things don't go according to plan.
That's a beautiful way to look at it. It takes the pressure off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Instead of constantly pushing and striving, we can relax into the journey, knowing that everything is unfolding as it should.
And by surrendering to that flow, we open ourselves up to a whole new level of creativity and inspiration. Remember Landon's invitation to feel the energy of taking a quantum leap into the next level of potential and possibility as a creator of reality, while you also feel into witnessing the miraculous through the eyes of the master.
Yeah, that line really stuck with me. It's almost like she's inviting us to step into a role as co-creators with the universe, to tap into that infinite wellspring of possibility. Wow. And allow the magic to unfold.
That's a powerful image.
Yeah.
And it speaks to the potential that lies dormant within each of us. But this raises an important question. If everything we desire is already within us,
right,
how do we reconcile that with the fact that we still experience challenges and setbacks in the external world?
That's a great question, and one that I think a lot of people might be wrestling with right now. Maybe that's a good place to pick up in the next part of our deep dive. What do you think?
Absolutely. Let's explore how we can integrate this idea of, out there, it's all here, with the realities of navigating a world that often feels very much out there.
Okay, so we're back and ready to kind of tackle this big question that's it's kind of lingering in the air, right?
Mm.
If everything we desire is already within us, how do we deal with the very real challenges and setbacks we face in the external world? It almost seems like those external things matter, even though Landon says it's all in here.
Right. It's a valid point, and I think it gets to the heart of how we integrate this idea of inner potential with the realities of daily life.
Yeah.
It's not about denying the existence of external challenges,
right,
but about understanding our role in shaping how those challenges affect us.
So it's not about pretending that everything is, sunshine and rainbows when things are tough.
Exactly. It's more about recognizing that even in the face of adversity, we have a choice in how we respond. Remember that analogy of the flashlight illuminating the room?
Mm-hmm.
Well, sometimes we shine that light on a messy corner we'd rather ignore.
Right.
But by acknowledging those shadows, we can start to clean them up, transform those challenges into opportunities for growth.
That makes sense. So even if the external situation is difficult, our inner state can determine whether, we're crushed by it or whether we find a way to rise above it.
Precisely. And this is where the practices Landon talks about.
Okay.
Embodying our light, becoming aware of energy communication becomes so crucial. They're not just about feeling good, It's about equipping ourselves with the tools to navigate life's inevitable storms.
So the brighter our inner light, the more resilient we become in the face of those external challenges.
That's a great way to put it. And it's not about denying or suppressing negative emotions either.
Okay.
It's about cultivating the inner strength and clarity to move through them without getting stuck.
And this all kind of ties back to Landon's idea that there's no doing, only being, right? Maybe it's not about frantically trying to fix those external problems,
right, but
about shifting our inner state so that we can respond to those problems from a place of greater wisdom and power.
That's a really insightful connection. It's about recognizing that our inner state is the foundation for everything we create in the external world.
Okay.
And as we cultivate a state of peace, clarity, and alignment with our true selves, those qualities naturally manifest in our experiences.
It's almost like we become magnets for the things we desire, not through forceful action, but through the sheer power of our being.
Exactly. And this is where Landon's invitation to witness the miraculous through the eyes of the master comes into play. Mm-hmm. It's about cultivating a sense of wonder and awe, recognizing the interconnectedness of everything, and trusting that we're always being guided towards our highest good, even when the path seems unclear.
It's about surrendering to the flow of life, knowing that the universe has our back.
Precisely. And as we surrender to that flow, we open ourselves to receiving the abundance that's always available to us. Remember, Landon says it's all here.
Right.
Everything we desire is already within us, within our field of consciousness.
Yeah.
We just need to tap into it.
So to kind of wrap up our deep dive into this idea of the quantum leap, it seems like it's not about escaping the external world or denying the existence of challenges.
Right.
It's about recognizing that we have more power than we realize to shape our reality by cultivating our inner world.
And as we do that, the external world starts to reflect that inner transformation.
Yeah.
It's not about becoming passive observers.
Yeah.
It's about becoming conscious creators.
It's about stepping into our full potential, not through striving and forcing, but through embodying our light, becoming aware of this energy that we're constantly interacting with, and trusting that everything we desire is already within us, just waiting to be uncovered.
And Landon leaves us with a really powerful reminder. It matters not if your mind can figure this out. It matters only that you allow the activation of the knowing within you.
So maybe the key to unlocking your next level of potential and possibility isn't about understanding it all with your mind, but rather about feeling it, knowing it in your heart and your energy. What if the answers you seek are not out there, but already within you, just waiting to be discovered?
It's a thought-provoking idea, and one that we encourage you to explore further. What does embodying your light feel like to you? How can you become more attuned to the energy around you? And most importantly, what treasures are waiting to be discovered within your own field of consciousness?
That's something to ponder as you continue on your journey. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the quantum leap. And until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep shining your light.